Hello? Testing. Am I Hi! Welcome back. The most scuffed stream this side of the bloody universe. I may or may not have accidentally flicked monitor and output on my mic accidentally when adding audio earlier today, but it's fine. Why did that not come through until I was... No, actually, I'm not blaming myself for that because I was fine for the first bit. Yeah, stream. Sound alerts browser is off. We'll fix that in a bit. For some reason, the mic had monitor and output enabled. It shouldn't have had that enabled because I was meant to enable it for... Which I did. I have enabled it for that one. Or then, I don't know. This is not on shuffle. You know what? We're going to shuffle the playlist. Okay. I think we're all set. Everything's said and done. We might be okay. Have we still got anyone left after that? Alright. We go offline. Because I have people sharing my Steam library. I think we're good. I think. Well, I say that, the last thing I need to get set up today is my sound alerts. Okay, so far so good. Phone is on 40%. Let's get my sound alerts going. Oh, funny noises. Not exactly what you want to hear. Even cable. Right. Are we connected? Are we live? It looks like we are for 4 minutes total. Awesome. Make some quick adjustments and we'll get the sound alerts up and running. Right. And with that, I think we're actually set to go. Okay. A little scuffed, but we're back. We're live, everything is fine. I'm gonna refresh overlay. Less damage than I thought, thankfully, Prometheus. Less damage than I thought. I don't know if Itchy is still here, but I do owe them a board. There we go. It's very scuffed. Very, very scuffed. Okay. Attempt 2, OBS literally crashed, but we seem to be back. Today is not going well. Today is going quite abysmally, in fact. It seems like Prometheus. Something about streaming today is... I'm gonna persist. This is the thing with me and computers. They don't tell me what to do. Seems like they really, really, really want to tell me what to do today. We should get rid of some of that stuff. We have an obliterator. Where's our obliterator? Right. Clean up a little bit from yesterday. don't have God mode enabled, and I remember that that thing does 800 damage if you're wearing metal armor. There we go. I think that's everything, because now I'm just going to drop all of this stuff in here. We are going to be deleting the character, because I don't need it anymore. We're going to be switching over to the Rogue. I've got my regular playthrough that I'm going through today. So, I forget where we're up to. I think we're still on that world with the ravine next to our house. And we're starting the copper grind, but we're going to be rushing a boat so that we can get copper to and from a lot quicker. Board brain, goodbye, because board broken is our creative solo save. Go over to Nerd Turglur for today. For me, my electricity almost cut out and I had to freeze lock. I had a freeze lock with my computer, but it's all good. It's... yes, to me... whoop. Why am I walking so slow? Empty, empty. Things not working to me is like a major frustration. And I think me being so frustrated at things not working is one of the reasons I actually got into troubleshooting and support as a career. It's just because when it didn't work for me, I would spend hours trying to fix it. And I suppose natural course of events, when someone else comes along and says, oh yeah, I had that problem, and you having knowledge on how to do it, it seems, I suppose, a bit more natural to lend towards that career path. Where does it snap? It snaps into place so it gets the hose again. Why is it so hard to snap that into place? And it immediately begins. And the first thing to happen after loading in is thinking about the copper grind. My brain has started shutting down already.
Oh no.
That's very quiet. Why is that so quiet? Is that quiet on everyone else? We still have some minor fixing and tweaking to do, apparently.
Oh no.
That is very quiet for me. I'll take what is quiet as proof of the concept, I suppose. Why is it so quiet?
Oh no.
That's a bit better. We're just gonna set it to 8 bonus decibels. Let's try again.
Oh no.
Maybe we do have to just make the compression up higher. 2.5? We'll lower the gain. 2.5 compression.
Oh no.
That's a little better. I don't know why this is happening.
Oh no.
Apparently, we're not set to go. Wishful thinking, I suppose. Let's try this one, at the risk of deafening everyone.
Oh no.
Same volume. Previous Aclepic what? Right, so my antivirus died as well. Is there anything that hasn't died today? Is there anything that genuinely functions like it should be? Okay. That program crashed, OBS crashed, Valheim crashed. Suppose I should log out. Save sitting here. We're gonna have to be doing a bit of tweaking, apparently. You're working as intended. That's good to hear. Absolutely. At least one thing's working in our favor there.
Oh no.
I put static through. I really don't want to have static. But I suppose I'm gonna have to reconfigure all of these on the fly. Where is... I hate programs that don't let you just type a number in. They'll give you a slider and you can't type the number in. You have the slider. And it's the most infuriating thing ever because the slider never works. There's always like 0.1 missing at some point along the slider. Alrighty. So,
Don't drink Coke and Pepsi. Oh, drink only water and milk. Or else your bones will be weak. Like in Skyrim. Oh, water is health as fuck, bitch. You better drink water, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch. Oh, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch. Oh, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch. Oh, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch.
not sure how that's going. Alright. I think we're okay. Let's try something else, shall we?
No.
Not? No?
Nice.
By the way, do you happen to know what the fine is here in Cyrodiil for
Criminal scum.
just asking?
It's fine-ish. It's fine-ish. Fine-ish is all we need, right? I hope it's not too grating. And so long as it's clearly audible, we'll probably have to just try our best to persist. I'm gonna have to try my best to persist. I've upped to my end because I think the volume on your end is fine. Off we go. Let's actually try and get the day started, shall we? At this point, we're like over an hour in of just being live. Alright. We're in offline mode. Troubleshooting part 3. We're going to be restarting Steam. Do not question my ways. My ways are not perfect, but my ways are something. Got my problems. I'm an asthmatic, full of allergies, half of the respiratory system of a normal male of your age. I actually, it's a bit of a random tangent, but I do have a little bit of a similar story. I spent years being short on breath. I would actually get lightheaded. Just cooking, standing up, being in a warm space, like just having to breathe was effort. And I would get lightheaded from lack of oxygen. And I'd have to go lie down. And I started feeling super queasy and all these other sorts of things. Why is Creepy playing? I fucking hate OBS sometimes. I really do. I really, really do. It's playing music out of nowhere. There is literally nothing that is meant to be playing music right now. Hang on. Hang on. Hold up. Okay. Is it OBS or is it me? I'm gonna press the button. We're gonna find out. It's me. Okay, I still dislike OBS sometimes, but that time I genuinely could not blame it. I had the AFK screen up. Look. It's fine. It's fine. Just a minor oopsie, and I might have jumped the gun and blamed the software. Attempt 5? It's attempt 5. We're up to attempt 5. And I already feel like I want to go on a break and get another coffee. How was that? We're gonna be a couple of hours into stream, finally set up and ready to go, everything fixed and troubleshooting complete, and then I'm gonna roll over to the AFK screen and I'm gonna go get a coffee. That's exactly how it's gonna work. Assuming we're fine, we're good, everything is fine and dandy. I think we are okay. I forgot what I was looking up in Steam browser, to be fair. Oh, and my eye is killing me. All is fine. The dog in the house surrounded by a fire. Yep. In some fashion of that sense. Definitely. Can't tell if I'm the fire or I'm the dog. Right. I think we're good. We need to eat. Then, what's on our list to do today? Streamlabs, you announce this stuff. Today, upgrade armor and prep for Elder. I can do that. We have level 2 leather, no hat. We don't have any trowel, otherwise I would have made some already, I'm sure. We're out of arrows. We have enough nails for the carve too, so we just need to make the axe and we can go get the fine wood. And the cherry on top today, I'm already seeing OBS complain about network. At least my audio wasn't so balked I couldn't just get it all set back up immediately. What ended up happening, it was actually, thankfully, not as broken as I thought. I booted up my audio software, which helps me filter and channel and manage my audio channels and everything. And it had disconnected all of my devices. King Roo, hello. How are you? I think I'm saying that correctly now. But yes, my audio software came back. All of my devices were disconnected from the software, so nothing was coming through. But once I plugged them back in, thankfully all the other settings had stayed behind the scenes, so quality settings, hotkeys, and everything else are still working as intended. I haven't found the merchant on this world yet, so that's another reason that we should be trying to get the boat going as soon as possible, as we can coast around the border of all of the land masses and see if we can't spot him from afar. How are you going, King Roo? Yes, perfect. Knock them all down. Oh, shit. Okay, you're not as bad as a 2-star one. 2-star one hurts as badly as a brute does. And I have an extra point in my armor now, and pants. So you're much less scary. You aren't the 2-star version though. And I missed all of those shots. Right. I have to remember where my armor and everything is up to. I get lost a little bit sometimes. I know once we get to, what is it, max level troll armor is pretty okay at fighting trolls, but you also need the bone tower shield to take a hit from a troll at that level, and he's still gonna whack you for a bit. You get one hit you can defend against, and everything else past that will stagger you. So I'm sort of learning the boundaries of what I can and can't tank. Knock it down. There we go. Played a bit of Modern Warfare 2019 with buds in a night map. Which was very fun. I remember when 2019 came out. We played the Warzone, the free-to-play thing. But I was very... not my style of game. Well, I mean... the genre I'm fine with. I like Call of Duty and a bunch of other shooters, but Call of Duty is very different mood to me than a lot of other shooters I like. But thankfully, everyone else uninstalled it when the new one came out. It's all good. Now. It's great off spawning here. Am I right next to a black forest? And not a very friendly one, given this is the second red great orc that spawned. Oh, the bloody rock. Oh, with bots, not butts. Is that... Did I misread that? Sorry, the bots, not butts. Right. Oh. There we go. Dirty fine wood for a calf, I think. Oh, shit. Right, now to just get these two kill each other. Come on. Something can see me, apparently. Papa will come. The boat comes first. Because then we can cart the copper back and forth without having to lug a cart up and down the hillsides. Although a cart would come second, I think. Mind you, I think maybe a copper axe is in order. Help me push this back into me. There you go. Hey! We need 30. We have 8. Very poor supply. 8 trees and we're only gonna get 20 out of this. Squish him! Don't tell me this one log is gonna cut down 2 trees on its own. It is! It's damn well gonna cut down 2 trees all on its own. Come on. Okay, you cannot block a tree. Thing has to die sometime. It's hitting a rock. I don't know if that does damage. Right. Well, I need one of these real quick. I've got a little stool. How much bandwidth do we have? 15. It's not the worst, but it's halfway to what we need. 30 for the carve. We've got the 10 deer hide, we've got the 20 resin, and we've got the 80 nails. Bingo, there we go. And short, we need another tree. Starting to wonder if maybe... There's another one. Oh, we're up to day 17. You're not even a threat. You're annoying. That's all these people are. You get in the way. Talking to two streamers at the same time is a pain. I've had that once before. I managed to write a message in the wrong chat replying to someone else. Thankfully, I think I've been pretty okay keeping a better tab on where I'm typing lately. Because that really was the whole problem. I kind of just started typing, hit enter, and then looked where my cursor was. Two different tabs. That's probably the smarter way to do it, honestly. Keeping them entirely separate, then there's no way to confuse them. Right. One down. We can finally get our boat. Highlight of the stream is going to be over before it's even begun. Trust me, Prometheus, willpower during the copper run is the lowest. Really would love to. Honestly, thought about not playing Valheim today just because I knew it's going to be copper run. But I can't just indefinitely never do copper run. We beat it last time, and then we just suicided into a troll. It's not like we can't get past it. But it is very much resident. It's the most resident sleeper I think I'm ever going to get in this game. That startled me actually. We got 36 Hello, Tone. How are you? We are done. 36 fine wood. A chest. An empty chest. That is good. Empty chests can hold things. How are you going? We actually... I don't remember if I posted in the Discord, but we've actually had a bit of a hiccup today with that audio software I was telling you about. I logged off, and my computer decided that meant it would do a full restart and some Windows updates. So when I got back online, the audio software had completely reset. All of the devices were disconnected, and all of the volumes and gate settings, the compressor settings, everything had just set back to 0, which is a sad day. Thankfully, a lot of the program was still intact, but there may be a small chance that some of these sound alerts are a little loud today or a little quiet. I'm still trying to figure out which. They were super quiet on my end, but I think that was because I usually have my monitoring output at reasonably high. Technically, I'll be starting that software from scratch because it's had to have a bit of a reboot. The whole computer did. I wasn't expecting it to take any programs with it though. Let's head back home. I really want to go get a coffee refill, but we've spent the first hour and a half doing troubleshooting and debugging today, so I'm trying to hold off on going AFK immediately after we start playing. How are you going, by the way, Tone? I assume you're starting your day out, or maybe perhaps around midday over there at the moment? Okay. Bees. Oh, that's because I'm home. Kinda sad that mobs don't take full damage. It'd be really satisfying to just be able to, this is Sparta people off the top of the mountain. Imagine if that's all it took, is a knockback. That would make a knockback way more fun, actually, in my opinion. Having animals apply full damage would make knockback super, super fun. Oh, yeah, Windows 10 feature updates are now finished because the new feature update is just Windows 11. So there's no more feature updates. I think we ended on 21H2 was the latest version of Windows 10, and then after that you get Windows 11. But there's still software updates, security updates, patches, quality of life. All that sort of stuff still comes through. That's why Windows XP still gets updates. It's not Windows XP itself, it's background programs like .NET Framework and everything like that. I remember talking to someone at work actually a little while ago, and they were talking about how they booted up their XP virtual machine, and they were surprised it was still getting updates, and I had to sort of explain to them, yet that is how it do be, because Windows runs on all the same background processes. .NET specifically is probably the oldest thing we've still got. Outside of the NT kernel itself, but I'm pretty sure the NT kernel can't be patched unless you're moving between base versions, so you would have to jump between, you know, XP Vista, Vista 7, 7, 8, 8 and 10, etc. And that's when you get the new kernel boot software, to my knowledge. Now, 10 of these, we're going to take 20 just in case. And then we need 100 nails. I'm actually not even on the latest version of Windows 10 either. I've managed to delay Windows as much as I physically am capable of doing within my power. Because I detest Windows updates. They ruin everything, they break stuff. Case in point today, they break stuff. And I generally don't, generally and genuinely think they're a nuisance because they take over your computer entirely until the Windows update is done. You can't opt out of them at all, they're compulsory these days. It's all a bit of a bother. That's why I think the moment Windows 11 becomes compulsory, I'm probably just going to switch to something else. I'll still use Windows. It's a very useful operating system, but it's not going to have Windows 11 on my base hardware. I'm drawing the line at that. All of these compulsory things and Windows basically telling you when and when you can't use your system, I'm tapping out. I think once Windows 11 becomes the only way forward, I'm tapping out. I'll run it on a virtual machine. I'll still have it, for sure. No way am I booting to Windows 11 though. I'll tell my computer when and when it behaves, not the other way around. Did we bring enough for a workbench? We did. I mean, I'm already iffy with Windows 10. Like I said, I've told Windows 10 it's not allowed to do updates anymore. We are actually... Let me have a look. We are on... We are on the 2019 version of Windows 10. We're 2 years behind. Or early 2020, actually, this one launched. So we still have a bit of time. I've got myself on a 1-year delay. But it seems like I've dodged a bullet. For 21H2. Well, I suppose no. Just have to wait till 21H2 came out, because we're on 20H2. 21H2. It was the final one before you had to leave for Windows 11. It'll pop up soon, and then it'll be installing. And then, hopefully, I still get another year before I have to upgrade to Windows 11 because of my settings. I run Windows Professional. It gives me access to all of the tweaky little secrets in the back end. Windows Home is what you give your grandparents because you don't want them messing with anything. If you know what you're doing and you know how to use registry editor and stuff like that, Professional, Enterprise, even Education, because it does have all that back-end stuff unlocked still, are all very good pieces of software. Windows N, actually Windows N is what you give your grandparents because you don't want them messing with anything, I think. Because all they need is Facebook, that's all they're going to use. The exception to the rule, do not change the rule. Gradgar, hello. Welcome. We finally have a boat. I feel weird. And also, my brain had a moment where I said, I want to go save. Then I remembered you can't save in Valheim. Nice. Thank you. The burb SWAT. Being told to hold off once again. actually curious. As far as the points generation goes, is 1,000 a day a lot? Because I put it there as a joke, no one's actually being held hostage to pay that point. But I don't know if 1,000 a day is actually, I mean, maybe with the length that I streaming for 18 hours the other day on, or when was it, Red's Good Maiden stream, we put 18 hours on the board. So maybe it's not so impossible as I'm thinking, just because I'm a bit different. Oh, yeah, right, Prometheus. I can save, that saves the world state. I can't save and load my character. If I die, that's just it. Because that was the thing, it's like, oh, if I die, I won't have a save. No, if I die, that's it anyway. Saving won't change that. It's not like a Bethesda game where if you save, you can reload, or even Tomb Raider and Abe's Odyssey where you save and then load back up. This is it. One attempt. But for some reason, I just had a mental moment where I jumped in the boat and I was like, oh, I should save before I go and do anything stupid. It doesn't work like that here. I've seen the Alfred Hitchcock movie. I'm not messing about with this. Righty-o. We have some honey. We have some strawberries. We have some tear meat. And, most importantly, we have sailing music. Could have got 30 points from those necks there, but I missed them all. Normally they swim into me. Getting roadkill in the carve is... Oh, interestingly, hitting a Great Orb in a carve, the carve loses. The Great Orb has more health than the carve does. Where does this river go? We have 3 areas here, 4 areas here that are all... Oh! Crunch. I thought we were on a straightaway. 4 areas, all with campfires and benches by the looks of it, close to each other. And we're off. How's the boat doing? We're fine. 4/5 of the health bar, still intact. You don't need to worry until you get below 50%. I don't think we're going to be doing Elder today. I do need to find another crypt before I can get any bone shields. We are 2 bone trophies away from a bone shield. And we are several trolls away from troll armor, but troll armor, any troll armor right now, we would get a massive upgrade. I think it would be over double of our... No. Would it just be double of our points, I think? The specific name for what I'm playing is a rogue run, where you keep the character but the world is lost. If you die, you have to start on a new world. Which is pros and cons. I don't mind that middle ground because this was originally just a straight up permadeath character where if I died that would be it, the character would disappear. the halfway point where I get to keep the characters a much more appealing concept to me. Not only because the stat lines, archery and everything is absolute pain, those when you start out are so slow, but also because it allows me to actually have one long drawn out story with the character. The world changes but the character remains the same. Which I think, for me, I'm very sentimental, but I think in general that's... What the hell did I hit? Tiny little rock, and that's what set me off? Sentimentality aside, I like being able to tell a story with a character. And being able to keep the same character and have them develop their story, even though the worlds are gone, I think is a nice touch. Especially with how Nerd Turglur turned out. Running for Burb County Mayor. Although she keeps being run out of town, so trying to set up shop in the 3rd town at the moment. With any luck, this time we'll have a successful campaign of clearing out all the drug-addled dens, homeless shelters, and the meth... What are the meth labs? It's where the trolls live, because they have mushrooms. Trolls have mushrooms and piles of gold. So it only makes sense there are meth labs. Oh! Speaking of... I don't know if I've mentioned, but I was talking with my partner the other day about possible names. We were coming up for the burial grounds. Hello, Indy! I don't know. You redeemed one early. We're gonna do it because I don't know if you were back when it as repayment for earlier. But I was talking with my partner about the possible names we have for all of the creatures and how we're tying it into Burb County building and law violations of whatever absurdity we can come up with. They suggested burial grounds as nursing homes, which is... I don't know, is that worse than homeless shelters and drug-addled drug dens? I'm trying to figure out if there should be a line we should draw here, because half the humor is just that it's absurdist in its crass... It's very crass. What do you call it? Just crass humor, I suppose, but... Hello, sir. You have a log. I'm gonna pick my fights wisely. We are not fighting trolls with logs. My partner was saying, because burial grounds are filled with skeletons, aka old people, they would be very old, possibly hundreds if not thousands of years old if you think about it. So my partner was saying that burial grounds could be nursing homes for the elderly. But I mean, there is going to be a point where someone is probably going to take offense at all of these stupid things we're making up for this character. And weirdly, actually, speaking of building violations, I have not seen any of the Greydor spawners on the coast. Well, it's Murphy's Law, I suppose. Not both at the same time, please. I can't deal through the heel of that guy. And I would need a bow properly. It's fine, we'll mark it and we'll come back later. What I should do, actually... Is that 2 shamans? No. 1 shaman, 1 brute, 1 regular. I've been thinking of ways to properly preserve the worlds. What I think I would like to do is go to each world we've done the Rogue Run on. So, this one included, right? What I would like to do is put a cartography table. I know it's going to be commands, right? But it's the one thing I think will make it better for like a tourist attraction. If we put a cartography table down at the spawn stones so that any character that joins after that gets an immediate map of what Nerd Turglur was up to when they died. And you get that death... No, do you get that death marker? You don't get that death marker, do you? We'd have to mark that before we put the... before we put the map down. Yeah, I think, especially in Valheim, this being the 10th world, I suppose that would be sort of like the little story you could tell maybe, is maybe you start in the first and you get 10 lives, 10 worlds to try and beat the game. We're in World 3, or Rogue Run 3 at the moment. But I like, you could probably run that into the backstory of the world and all of the characters. Let me actually find out. Tenth realm. There are 9 realms in the Norse mythology called Niflheim. Niflheim, Muspelheim, Asgard, Midgard, Jotunheim, Vanaheim, Alfheim, Svartalfheim, Helheim. Is Valheim... I would have thought Valheim would have been part of the mythos used for the game. The 9 worlds in Norse mythology are held in the branches and roots of the world tree Yggdrasil. These realms are the home of different kinds of beings, such as Asgard, the home of gods and goddesses, and Jotunheim, the home of giants. Ooh, hiccups. Which health do we have? We're not at half yet. The first 2 realms, Niflheim and Muspelheim, were created out of... Okay, that one is beyond my pronunciation a little bit there. The rest of the realms were created out of Ymir's body by Odin and his 2 brothers during the creation of the world. Apparently Valheim is the 10th realm, but there's no listing of it here. And the only thing I can find is a gaming news article about the lore. Something... My OBS froze. Okay, never mind, we're back. Something that I was just reading, and something I think I might agree with. It seems like Valheim has an aspect of every other realm within it. I mean, you've got all the biomes. How many biomes are there total? Meadows, Black Forest, Mountains, Plains, Swamp, Ashlands, Far North. That's 7. If there were 9 realms, if there were 9 biomes, that would fit with the 9 realms. But they explicitly also say that Valheim is the 10th realm during the intro. I had no idea, and I still would like to look a bit more into it, but I thought it would have been part of the mythos. Curious that it isn't, that it's been made up. So they have a bit more creative liberty with everything. I think if that is the case, I think that's could pay off massively for them. Oh, I see map on my map. Well, that's not good. That means we're home. It's Pine Trees Infinity up ahead. Hello, sir. Big yawn. Coffee time, perhaps, by the time we land. Where are we? Right, so after this, we'll be heading back down south. Past where we started. Still above half health? Don't need to make land yet. There are a ton of pine trees. I feel like I want to pay a bit more attention to where pine trees do and don't spawn, because I feel like the coastline, there are so many that just, without fail, I feel like every Black Forest coastline is pine trees. Thank you, wind. I'm not backtracking the way we came. Even if it was a fairly uneventful cruise up to the north. Let's... For one, let's stop slouching. Is it that people don't have the imagination for lore and just want a game to play? I don't think so at all. I mean, there is an argument to be made if you're just going to take from pre-existing story, instead of leaning on it for reference. You could say that's less imaginative than making up your own path using the mythos. And look at God of War. They took the mythos of the entire original series, took the Greek mythos, all of the gods and mythologies, and spun their own story around it. They used it as a reference, but they didn't just tell the foibles and fables of the Greek mythology. I would like to learn more a little bit about what the 10th realm of the Norse mythology actually refers to, if anything, though. Oh, Lord. Warlock. Hello. I feel like I'm not even going to have to give people custom introductions to chat, because everyone's just going to come in here and play bird. You were going to bring some people. We went for half hour and then had some technical difficulties with an infinite loop. But no, I think we were fine. I was there when you raided out, actually. Agree was where we ended up being, but unfortunately I'm not able to lurk when I stream properly, so... Since my phone does my sound alerts, I can no longer lurk on my phone. Sad days. Indies, come in. There were only 9. That's what I was reading. But I do want to know how much is being referenced or how much they're inventing for the 10th. I like the idea of giving yourself a bit of leeway for creative decision making. Because it is, you know, I mean, fair facts about it. If they picked any of the actual 9 realms of Norse mythology, then you already have a great description of what the place looks like. You have a great description of what it's like, what lives there, what the purpose of the realm is. Just kind of BSing that there's a 10th one all of a sudden and it's like a jail for every other world. I really, you know, I think that immediately you could, a whole story about being sent on a mission from Odin to clean up all of the long lost enemies of the other 9 realms is a great hook, I think. I think we counted 7 biomes total. Meadows, Black Forest, Plains, Swamp, Mountains, Ashlands, and the Deep North. If there are 2 more, then you have 1 for every other... you have 1 biome in Valheim for every other realm in the Norse mythology. Whether or not that's directly analogous, I'm not sure. I was going to bring some people, but you were chatting. I'm not sure I'm following. You're always welcome. If people can put up with me, I absolutely welcome them to stick around as long as they can bear it. Wolbla, Thor, hello. Welcome. None of the bosses or the mobs are from Norse mythology. Eigathir, Murder, none of them? Except for Huden, Odin, and Thor. Mistlands and Ocean! Oh, you found the other 2. I completely forgot about Mistlands. Oh yeah, no, I was in your chat. Because I suppose the only way I can lurk is through Steam browser. So my little secret cursor rats me out here, but I can technically lurk at a warlock _origin. That's the only way I can currently do it, is through Steam browser. Did I misspell it? I forgot the R. I tend to try and keep it as streamlined or as away from my actual machine as possible, since I'm a single machine streaming unit. OBS is on the same machine, encoding, uploading, all done on the same machine. So I used to lurk on my phone, but since I run the soundboard now, that's unfortunately not as possible as it used to be. What is a Steam browser? It's the best thing you can ever have installed when every other browser is actually just poo-poo dung doo-doo sitting on your desktop. When Valheim takes up 60% CPU and OBS takes up another 10, you really don't want to be opening up any browser that then goes, I'm gonna take up all of the rest of your computer. Steam browser's very seamless because it runs in the overlay, part of the Steam interface, which basically means it has no overhead because it is just the Steam client. How are you, Thor? Yes, I apologize. I might have skipped over the warm welcome often sometimes gets missed, forgotten, or just talked over sometimes. How are you doing? So, well, I mean, I could actually... We'll go a little under the hood here. Let me capture third-party overlays and add-ons, shall I? Steam overlay. Toggleable with Shift-Tab, and it gives you all access to all sorts of nonsensical things on the Steam thing. I have Family View because I share with family. Kids are not allowed to purchase, comment, or access any of my other things if I forget to sign out. But that aside, the overlay itself even tells you your hours, current time, how many hours you played, current session, past 2 weeks. The web browser is just down here, and it is super, super slim compared to every other browser I have installed. It even has history, look at that. Is Valheim an actual Norse myth? According to Norse mythos, 9 realms are inhabited by mortals and divine beings. Valhalla is located in Asgard, the kingdom of gods like Odin, while humans reside in Midgard. Iron Gate introduced the 10th realm called Valheim, which otherworldly creatures have overrun to the point where even Odin is scared of visiting it. The god orders players to purge the kingdom of its destructive monsters like Valheim boss Bone Mass. You know, Bone Mass definitely seems out of place in the North mythos, I have to say. Maybe, maybe there's grounds for it existing, but it seems a little like a blob out of nowhere. So, purge the world of its destructive monsters so that they can transform the land into a paradise akin to Valhalla. Interesting. But that is simply all it is used for. We'll flip the overlay back off in the capture, and just like that, you never see what I'm doing, except the mouse rats me out. We have successfully dodged a land while reading as well. Doing fine. Just cleaning up my base off stream, getting the chance to watch others that watch me. I really need to take an off day. I feel like I'm gonna have to give myself a day where I just chill with everyone else. I really want to make it Friday so I can catch Tuna Pickles quiz night, but that might not work out since that's the Shield Maiden's Day with Red Fairy and Suki and everyone else. I'll figure out a day, because I really do miss... I mean, it was only a couple of months ago, if even that, I was absolutely loving catching up and chatting with people. I still do occasionally, but I think a whole day off to myself would be quite nice to just fit in somewhere. We almost had one today with the amount of technical difficulties we were running through. Oh, is that a burial grounds? The thing is about taking a day off is that it kind of takes me out of what I can and can't actually do. Because I can't play the rogue off stream. I refuse to play the rogue off stream, rather. I want to keep all of the progress actually visible to people so that if I do die, they can go back, they can see the VOD, and I can have clips of it, etc. I should eat a third food. Honey. Do we have any stone? 2 stone, 0 wood. We need 2 wood, I think, for a campfire. The overlay you know about, accidentally open it when you press shift. Trying to run, hit shift at the same time. Or tab and shift. Yeah, well, brain off. I know what you mean. Rightio, we need... Well, technically, we need that workbench over here. We'll just have to park the boat a little closer, I think. Some of the mobs somewhat resemble creatures in the North myth. I imagine they would. Well, I mean, I don't expect Iron Gate to have kind of taken so many creative liberties that it's unrecognizable. But I have also heard there are a few mobs that just seem to be placeholders of a sort. So I'd be very curious to know what they end up... If they do end up changing, very curious to know what they change into. Table. We have 2 stone, we need 5. Even a little stone I could whack. A big stone I could whack, I suppose. Trolls are descendants of Veneer. You cannot install an ad blocker on Steam browser, unfortunately. One of the pet peeves I have with the system, not being able to block any of the ads on YouTube. Or being able to sign in. It's actually... Steam browser is like a version of Chrome browser that's about 14 years old. They made an offshoot, I believe, from the Chromium browser system and just never updated it. So now Chrome web services don't work. If you have to sign into Chrome, YouTube, etc., they will not let you sign in because the Chrome security flags Steam browser as untrustworthy. Sad days, but it is what it is. I will live with ads in YouTube. That's the only compromise I have to make to get the slim browser that doesn't kill my computer while I'm playing games. How much wood do we have? 6. Draga means ghost in Norse. That's very curious. My knowledge of the word Draga comes exclusively from video games, but almost every time it's in reference to what look effectively just like zombies. The fact it translates to ghost, I suppose there's room for it translating to ghost, but interesting that that is the word rather than zombie or undead or anything else. You can install an ad blocker. If you can't, it's useless. In a sense, yeah. I'm fine, because I only use it while I'm playing and streaming. Because OBS is the outlier here. I can have any game I want open. What I can't do is have OBS streaming with any game open and Chrome. It's either Chrome or OBS. One of them has to go. And unfortunately, OBS is much less optional. So, I live with it. Speaking of OBS and all of its amazing super duper ways that it runs, it's currently telling me I have no internet. I have links to YouTube and Twitch enabled. Unfortunately, if the link is, there you go. YouTube and Twitch are allowed. I want to allow SoundCloud as well. Any other link, unfortunately, is not allowed and will be auto-moderated. Bleh. You posted before you answered. Well, that's fine. It's a YouTube link, so auto-mod didn't kick you out, thankfully. We're out of torches now. We're gonna have to turn... We're gonna do a turn right only exit. Or turn left only exit. Why not? Sit upright. Pedals. Feet on pedals. Posture. Hello. Bye. Just okay. Lovely house. I'm just visiting. Gosh, God, you scared me too. No Surtling cores. No trophies. One Surtling core. No trophies. No, not at all. Since they made Edge not the worst browser on the planet, and since they made... Oh, actually, to be fair, devil's advocate here. Old Internet Explorer actually kind of okay. You just have to not use it as it's installed. Okay. I need a bit more health here. Thank you, Warlock. I forgot I had a spear. Oh, that's so much better. It has so much more range. Now, before I go in there, let's actually have a look at what you posted. A real Viking expert reviews Valheim. Copy. Gonna go to the fridge. I have an amazing Discord server called The Fridge, and we just basically... There's 2 channels, Fridge Door and Freezer Door, and you just post whatever garbage you want there. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna post Real Viking Professor reviews Valheim onto the Freezer Door. We'll watch that later. Do you have a spawner here, or are you guys just alone? I need the big guy to swing. I am not lowering my shield without the big guy swinging. Is that a 1-star? Can I squeeze through, please? Thank you. Oh, right. The open air. How lovely for me that I can no longer dodge. Okay, we get 2 swings, we back away. We can actually get 3, but this guy might one-shot me. Yeah, he can one-shot me. Shit. Well, kind of my fault for getting whacked by the 1-star before realizing what was actually happening there. And also dragging them into the open where they can actually hit me for a lot more. Because if they tag the wolves, you might have noticed, if they tag the wolves, they do a lot less damage to you. Which is why hiding in the corridors is a good strategy. Well, shit. I mean, I'm not gonna miss this seed because it was kind of annoying, but at the same time, I don't like restarting at all. Hang on, what buttons have I pressed? I forget. I forget. I hate that I can't use those buttons. Right. Stream titles. I need this one. The pattern is predictable and he is slow, Warlock, but I dragged him into the open. And to be fair, I did not expect the 1-star to deal damage through the shield. And we don't have blunt early on. The only blunt we have, I suppose, is the stone axe or the flame torch. Well, new seed. I should rename these in order, actually. I forget where they save. Local low iron gate, right? Valheim worlds. We're going to back up all of these worlds because I might have to clean them up. And having a backup, I think, would be a good idea. Google Games. How much? Yeah, these are only like 10 megabyte each. We can put them in Google Drive. Rogue runs. 1, 2, 3, and soon to be 4 worlds. First one called Sigma Grind. Copy. Apparently copying stuff from your own computer is a risk. The second world, we had Sigma Grind, then we had Perfect. Perfect was such a nice world, by the way. Perfect was perfect. That is world 2. Copy. The third one just finished Destruction with the biome Eat Food. I should have bailed and I could have bailed. I could have played that so much better. It is what it is. I hate both my internet or OBS and I can't tell which one I hate. Sometimes. Sometimes. OBS is getting better at reconnecting. OBS is getting a lot better at reconnecting. Okay. I'm back. The next random single word to be posted in chat will be... Have you tried turning it on and off again, Give? The next single word will be the seed name. This word following the seed will be the name. I think the point we got up to, or where I'm going to start and pretend we cut off, how would I say the word ragu? And I think there you go, ragu. Oh, we could do it the other way around. First word can be the name.